literature in English genres and cultural context. Okay. So as we are here, so let me introduce you guys with objectives of the webinar. In this session, we will discuss canonical versus popular literature and the major genres of popular literature, explore adaptations, transmedia, storytelling, and digital platforms. I will try to situate popular fiction in global and Indian context. Okay. Now let us start with the popular literature. How to define it? So it's better to have an example. I want to discuss something like the popular literature as a term is itself self-explanatory. The type of literature. It clearly indicated by the term that popular is popular among people or popular among mass audiences. Popular literature can be understood by how many readers and how readers are receiving it, how it reflects the culture, how it reflects through the profit or the business for the publishers, for the authors, and how fans are receiving this literature. So everything is self-contained as this term, popular literature. And this forms an ecosystem or an environment of cultural, societal, and media-driven forces. So it is based especially on the fandom or the readers who like to read such books. So what are these books and how it frames the complete ecosystem of popular literature, how the forces are connected into it. So popular literature refers to literary work produced primarily for mass readership and entertainment. It is an accessible language, and it shows engaging plots. The genres are quite recognizable because when fans pick a particular book or a piece of literature, they go for their favorite genres. Like somebody is interested in detective fiction, maybe somebody is interested in fantasy, or somebody craves for the criminal stories, or how to travel in time, how science fiction it still attracts the new technology driven audiences because the themes or the structures are just captivating, and they drive towards the major audiences. And in this, the best example to explore popular literature may be the Harry Potter series. It is written by, as we well acquainted with the name, J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter series. All over the world, people very well aware of Harry Potter, and it is also made into the popular series, movies, and the reading audiences are there, receiving it very well, and even translations are there, copying is there. In India we say Harry Potter also. So we can see that how um, literature is becoming popular all over the world. It's crossing the boundaries of the geography, politics, or any other thing. Nothing is there that stops people to receive that, and it is entertaining, and it is I have taken this example Harry Potter just because it is intersecting within the genres of popular literature as well. Another example we can talk about is, before going deep into the theory, let me take an example of Agatha Christie's Seven Dial Mystery, which is recently adopted for the Netflix series, and people are receiving it very well. It is a work by Agatha Christie, who is considered as queen of the detective literature. So these are the two examples, and now I am moving towards the theory portion of this. So we can see all these things while doing and explaining the genres and how it is started, how it is received in the academia, and how media and popular culture is connected or reflected in this popular literature. So cultural studies are viewing it as an important reflection of mass culture and social values. And the best example are the uh, theories of cultural studies are taking popular literature into the center stage. Let me move towards the comparative perspective. To understand fully what is popular literature, we have to understand what it is not. Like the status we talk about, the of canonical literature, or the literature in simple terms, which we call and traditionally call literature. It is a literary canon for, of course, and popular literature is considered as commercial literature because it is a business driven and a media driven force. It is based on the economy for publisher, for authors, and about other things, and how audiences receive it. uh, Canonical literature is for academic readers, but uh, popular literature is for mass audiences. And what is this mass audience? More and more people are receiving it, and it is like received very well. And people are using it for the purpose of entertainment, not only for the serious reading or scholarly reading. So it is a thing which is like we move toward the next style. Stylistic richness is there in canonical literature, while in commercial literature we see the style is accessible. It is not complex, or it is not. It's to be like explored. It comes easy to the readers as well. While creating popular literature, the author is well aware of the style. He picks up some style, he picks up some themes, and then start working. So when readers pick this, they know, they already knew that which author, which genre I have to pick, and according to my interest. So it is based and created for author, not only for author by authors, but for readers. The aim is to reach major and mass audiences. So let us go with the purpose. Purpose of creating canonical literature is like it reflects culture. But when we go for popular literature, its purpose is purely entertainment, where it is recognized. How canonical literature is recognized. It is taken as serious work, it is classic, it is known for the artistic and cultural value. It shows us the life purpose, like works of Milton are there. We take so many authors, we study them for the values or the life lessons to take from this. Deeper and lofty themes are there in canonical literature. While we read popular literature for just to see what is going on, how people are living their life, how they are struggling, how what are their aspirations, how they want to spend their time, not always a purposeful thing, maybe a escape from the reality. So these are the comparative perspective. To understand popular literature, we have to understand how it is different from literature or canonical literature. Let us move forward. Like popular genres as cultural mirrors. So there are so many genres of popular literature. Major genres I am going to discuss, or giving a small note of all these things. Detective fiction is the major genre of popular literature. Another one is romance. Science fiction is there, most popular genre of popular literature. Then fantasy. I was talking about the Harry Potter series. So fantasy is there, but Harry Potter can be kept in children literature also, as well as a young adult fiction also. And not only it is like intersecting the genres of popular literature, but it is taken seriously into the academia also. So to understand fully, if I'm going to choose one work only or one author only, so J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series will be sufficient. But I'm not doing that. But I'm just giving you an example that how all the aspects of popular literature can be studied through Harry Potter series. Now let us see graphic novels. Graphic novels starts from like comic books. The base of this graphic novels is from comic books, and it is like growing up, and now It is a well established genre of popular literature. Now, one by one, I'm going to deal with all the genres of popular literature. Like, first is detective fiction, as I've taken the name in the beginning, Agatha Christie's Seven Dials Mystery, and it is well received by the audiences. Now we are having a Netflix series also streaming live, but before in the earlier years when it was released, it was well sold, well received, and well circulated also. There are movies on this movie, and it is still a masterpiece by Agatha Christie. And all the novels of like Agatha Christie are masterpieces, and still we are admiring them. And it is included in academia also. We pick these novels for scholarly purposes also. So it shows the complete process how the popular literature is taking center stage nowadays. So, features of detective fiction, we can see that mystery and crime investigation. The major aspect of this is to solve the mystery. Some crime is happening, and it is there. People are busy in involving into the plot and getting the mystery, trying to get the mystery unsolved. Logical reasoning is there, suspense and clues are there. The author is like blending all the things in the work. Like when readers or the audiences are reading, enjoying the thing, they are having surprises, suspenses there. They are getting clues. They are into the mystery, and they are also solving the same thing at the same time. So the best example of detective fiction is Seven Dials Mystery, a novel by Agatha Christie. Let us have a deeper look into the Seven Dials mystery. The storyline is like a harmless prank at chimney leads to mysterious death, uncovering a secret society and a larger conspiracy. There is genre blending also, combines detective fiction with adventure, thriller elements, showing flexibility of popular literature. Cultural context is also there. Like whenever some work is created or written or composed, there is something in the mind of the author. They have a particular purpose behind this. So after the World War One, British aristocracy surface laser masking deeper anxieties and hidden power structures. So there are so many things. The anxiety after the World War One in British aristocrats and the people how they are behaving, how the scene was changing. Like these all things are embedded in all these novels, or it reflects that anxiety of the particular time. What is the significance of this work? It moves beyond traditional detective like Hercule Poirot, or featuring a modern female investigator and blending entertainment with social critics. Generally, we see as heroes are there, people are involved in adventures and other things, but a female character, a female investigator is a new thing for the audience or the readers, and it gives a special sense of entertainment and a social critique also, how women are there and playing there and taking center stage. So all these things make this Seven Dial Mystery a masterpiece, and it is the best example of detective fiction. So let us move forward to see romance fiction. Romance is a genre which is most popular and well accepted, or taken for entertainment purpose. And the authors have a purely mindset of a like purpose, with a purpose to entertain the readers. It is not like a serious genre, or taking you to life values, or like this. It is a simple and complicated. It may be lustful, it may be showing the extramarital affair or the desires of human beings, and how they act, and how they want to act actually, uh, without getting serious into the societal norms or anything else. So it is a big escape, primarily created for the entertainment purpose. So features of romance genre are love relationships are there for sure, and it is not like platonic love or all. It is like lustful sequences and other things. Emotional development is also there. The best example is there, Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. So it is a masterpiece by Margaret Mitchell. It clearly exhibits all the elements of a romance fiction. Let us have a deeper look into this. So, Gone with the Wind at a glance. So, narrative core is there is a female character uh, who is like a leading heroine in this, Scarlett O'Hara. Her survival journey amid the American Civil War, a love triangle is their turbulent bond with Reed Butler. So, as I've told you earlier, that romance fiction, what is the major element? It is like uh, going against the societal norm. It is not like a pure platonic love is exhibited in this romance fiction. There are things that are not acceptable in society otherwise. So, having a love triangle, it is okay to see the love triangle, but extramarital affairs are there. A person is involved in so many affairs and it is not guilty of that, and using those relationship for their purpose. So all these things were very much criticized when the novel was released. It was criticized for this themes and the portrayal of the things, how society is behaving. And this is the genre which blends history and romance. So we can see the genres are not as strict. These are not watertight compartments, but they are overlapping each other. So here we see with Gone with the Wind that romance and historical fiction is mixed. It is emotionally driven storytelling, and the purpose is mass readership. A cultural lens is there which is collapsed. Southern aristocracy, it shows that romanticizes the views of antebellum South, also reflects social hierarchy and tensions. How the people are behaving in a particular societal situation, or the anxieties are there reflected in it. So it was a new thing for mass audiences or the readers to see a female character leading with her desires and not following the social conduct and living on her own terms and using those relationships for her benefit only. So it is a thing that is criticized at the time, but it is like well received for adaptation in movies, and still it is a masterpiece to study. It also um, established the significance of like popular literature, which is a strong, unconventional female lead is there. So feminism is also there, blends personal drama and historical events. The societal situations of that time are perfectly portrayed in this. The background of that work is that anxiety of that time. It also shapes readers' memory, cultural memory, and how people are receiving and perceiving history. Like when author is writing a work or creating a work, maybe he or she has a different idea, but it is totally based. When we talk about popular literature, the focus and the attention is how readers are receiving it. They are making their own thing out of it. They are having own ideas and they're receiving perceiving the characters, enjoying that for the entertainment purpose, and maybe it is the appeal that takes readers to such works again and again. Let us move with science fiction. As science fiction is a major dominant genre of popular fiction. Science fiction is basically what if genre, asking how science, technology, or the future might change life and exploring the human and societal consequences. Like here, I am having two examples of science fiction. You may have heard about Time Machine, Brave New World, 1984, 1984 by George Orwell. There are so many examples we are well acquainted with. And Time Machine is like a time travel uh, saga, and it fascinates us. It takes us a blending of imagination, creativity, and human desires, need to escape from the reality. So this is the base of science fiction. When people are very anxious about the today's situation or contemporary world is not soothing them, so they find an escape. And with the in science fiction, we see a beautiful blending of technology, imagination, science, and the desires, and a curiosity to know the unknown. So, Dune and Brave New World are two examples of science fiction, but they offer different tone and different subgenres. Like these two works are having a different approach, and subgenres are very different. And like I want to go with Dune first. It is an epic science fiction with strong elements of adventure, politics, and religion. It is grand in its scope, focusing on interstellar travel, dynastic politics, and ecological themes. While Brave New World is a perfect example of dystopian fiction, satirical in tone, cautionary in tone, it explores social engineering, conformity, and dangers of technological control over human life. So both the examples fall in the category of science fiction or genre of science fiction, but there is a vast uh, difference in both the approaches. Like if we want to, let me continue. If we see Dune at a glance, so narrative core is like there. Paul Atreides' rise on desert planet. Eric is betrayal, survival, and emergence as a powerful leader. So genre of this Dune is science fiction plus political and philosophical depth. It expands popular fiction among simple adventures. Cultural lens is there, resource control, parallel to oil politics. Uh, in Dune, we see environmental awareness and desert ecology. Themes of colonialism and power are well exhibited in this. This is a significant work in popular literature which redefines sci-fi with complex building. These works create a different world altogether, and it depicts future also. Futuristic novels are like uh, making readers more curious. They are picking it for the entertainment purpose and to have a foresight in the coming future. And nowadays, we are seeing that the most of the works of science fiction, how and they have depicted the coming time. It is what we are seeing today. 1984 by George Orwell. What was the society depicted in that? Nowadays, we see all those things happening, and this is the beauty of work, and it is why these works are still taking wide acclaim by the readers and as well as by critics. So these are the influential works which are shaping modern science fiction. There are some classic works which are like particularly understood and taken into the consideration to understand fully what science fiction is all about. With the limited time and scope of this webinar, I have to just touch the things and move forward to cover to give a general idea of what is popular literature. Like I'm coming to fantasy fiction. The major features of this fantasy fiction are magical worlds. It depicts magical worlds. There are mythical creatures, and for this, I am having the example, the Lord of Rings. So let us deep dive in Lord of Rings. So, what is the narrative core? There is a quest of the hero to destroy one ring journey across the Middle Earth, battle between good and evil. Like the narrative explores the idea of the battle between good and evil. So always we see the opposite forces are there, and Always there is a struggle between good and evil. Genre of this work is and the form it explores, like high fantasy with epic world building blends myth, adventure, and moral philosophy. So these are the works which gives us idea about the major genres of fantasy world. What is the cultural lens? The times it portrays, like influenced by World War I. It also reflects war, loss, and industrialization versus never. There is always a conflict between the industries going and nature. How the conflict is going on nowadays, we see how we have harmed nature at the expense of, like, we are saying we are growing, we are developing, we are doing that, we are doing this, but we are paying a cost, we are disturbing nature. It draws from European myth and traditions. So what is the significance of this work in science fiction or the popular literature? It defines modern fantasy genre, also explores themes of power, corruption, and sacrifice. It combines very well escape, escapism with deep universal themes. So this is a perfect example of like fantasy, and it gives a pure experience of entertainment. There is a serious thought also. The logic is there. The idea of the future is there. The endless struggle of good and evil is well exhibited in the Lord of Rings. Let us move towards children literature. So, what are the major features of children literature? The language is simple, for sure. The language should be clear, easy to understand vocab, so that children may find it accessible and entertaining as well at the same time. There are the stories. The stories are very engaging. Fun element is there. Of course, imagination is there, and the plots are age appropriate. That fits to the purpose of entertainment, and a fun element is there for stories for the children. Like characters are relatable. Not only there is entertainment, imagination, but there is a strong moral lesson also. Illustrations are there to make it catching, visual support, and it when visually it is appealing, it attracts children easily. There is a repetition and rhythm also. It helps to memorize that. It adds to the enjoyment of the reading process. And with happy and positive endings, it gives a like hopeful ending. And everyone wants to like feel happy about something, and especially when we designing something for children, it must be hopeful and giving them a positive and healthy idea of themselves. It must not be negative in any way. It must be happy. Imagination and fantasy. There is magic, there is adventure, there is creativity to make it more engaging and to attract more audiences. And the best example of this children literature is Charlotte's Web. So let us have a deeper dive in this. Uh, in this, the narrative is there. Wilbur, the pig's life, is saved by Charlotte the spider. You can see the characters are animals, so it catches the attention of children easily. A pig, a spider, the friendship among them, the sacrifice and the cycle of life, how they are making developing friendship, and animal characters make itself a different experience. It is very much attractive for children. Like, what are the genre is of course children literature with emotional depth is there, because friendship is a emotion that is shared by children. Everyone wants to make friends, and if we have strong relationships, if we have better friendships, then our child Food is like a perfect thing to enjoy. Without friendships, children life is like boring. They want to spend time with friends. So here we see the narrative is about friendship, sacrifice, and cycle of life, giving moral lessons also. Now, the cultural lens, it reflects rural American life and nature. It emphasizes on community. It teaches us empathy, and it gives an idea of life cycle, how life moves on, how the life is going on, and how we take it, and how we move forward. The significance of this work in popular literature is like uh, themes are complex but are accessible for young readers, and there are animal characters with human emotions, so it easily explores that idea and appeals all age groups. So it is not only for children basically, but it attracts other readers also. uh, you must agree with me that all the people who are grown up also enjoy Mickey Mouse or some cartoons that they used to see or to enjoy in their childhood time. Still, we want to be a child again, and so this makes it appealing for all age groups. Fall strictly under children literature, but it is not like that. It is not read or well received by the other age groups readers. Let us move. Now we come to young adult fiction. So, as the name suggests, young adult fiction is a broad popular category which is aiming on the reader primarily, which are in between 12 to 18 years. Like there are no more small kids, but they are not still grown ups, and they are just touching the adolescence. So the name is appropriate for this type of fiction. And for such audiences, we need to cater their needs, what they want to see, what they want to read, what will appeal to them. So the protagonist must be of their age. Teen protagonists are there in the center. They are leading the scene. And because it is a turbulent time, the coming of age themes are there, strong emotional focus is there, emotional turbulence is there in when the people are growing up, when they are seeing the changes coming in their life, how the innocence is leaving behind, and they need to learn new lessons in life. So there will be conflict. So the conflicts are there, and it is a part of the life when people have conflicts. They don't know how to solve this, how to solve these things, and they like these themes. That's why the plot is very fast. Speed is there. It is not slow. It is not lethargic. To suit their um, understanding or to the needs of what they want to see. They don't want dull themes. That they don't want dull plots. So the speed is there. It is moving fast. So accessible language and style, because they are taking this work for entertainment purpose, not they are seriously want to take life lessons or something else. They want the things that they want to read. There is hope, there is growth. Yes, of course, without hope, we cannot move. If we are not hoping for a good future and we are not trying to grow, so there is a blending of this. There must be a feel that attract the young reader, which is going to be adult soon. So these are the major features of young adult fiction, and it makes a wide appeal to the readers. Now, the Hunger Games at a glance, as the major example of young adult fiction, we are uh, having this example. The genre is young adult fiction dystopia. Dystopia is there. The emotional depth is there. It is socially relevant as well. It also reflect that inequality, authority, control, media, and critic reality. And it also tells us about the TV culture, the things that are going on, how technology is taking place, how the things are divided. There are class divisions also, and all these makes a scene to create conflict. So here is a uh, better example for this, like significance of this popular literature. So it engages youth with political and social issues. Like youth, like we have seen just few days back, revolt by Gen Z. So youth is always uh, triggering the change. What the changes they are facing, the conflicts they are having, they are seeing all the things that are not appropriate around them, and it makes them revolt against the thing. So all these things in this the Hunger Games makes like uh, tempting work for the young adult reader. It blends entertainment and as well as it critique the social situations. And there is a strong independent female protagonist also there, which is making its presence in that. So moving forward with the next genre of graphic novels, and as the key features of graphic novel are text plus images. So graphics are there, making it more visually appealing and captivating the imagination. There are text, there are images. Story is told through both words and visuals. Like it is an add-on. There is a sequential art panel arranged to show story progression. Like dialogues are there, speech bubbles, thought bubbles, caption. It gives the reader a totally new experience. Like it is not reading only. When the graphics are there, when the visuals are added, when the imagination is exhibited in front of you, like with colorful pictures or graphs or like that appeals you, that gives you a scenario totally enjoyable. It is a food for eye, and you are reading with that, the lines are not too big, the imagination comes to you easily, like you can just see what is going on. So the themes are all serious. It is not like that themes are easy to go. It is not like that graphics are there, pictures are there, so it is a non-serious thing. Serious themes are there, the stories are complete, usually long form and self-contained. The visual techniques are there, which with expression, color, symbol, which conveys meaning. These are the wide genres, and let us move towards its example. So, The Walking Dead at a glance. This is the best example I may have picked for the graphic novels. There are, of course, so many works, but it is always a hard choice to make. Okay, which one work we should pick. So we see the narrative core of it, like Rick Grimes is leading survivor in the zombie apocalypse. So zombies, the idea of zombie makes you like, okay, something is different. So the focus on survival, leadership, and human conflict. In a world full of zombies or a scene, it thrills you. When it is graphically presented in front of you, it gives you a totally new experience. Genre and form is like graphic novel, there is horror, there is survival, and when there is a danger and you see in front of you and you can feel it, so there are the feelings aroused, and then you go with that character, you feel the same thing, you are under the horror, you want to like the character should survive. There is visual storytelling with emotional and psychological depth. It's like a big emotion. All the emotions are very, very much important. But fear is like a emotion people like enjoy it. It is like terrifying, but there is horror. You are just scared, but you just enjoy it. You want to feel it. You must have enjoyed a movie, book, and in a dark room, and just you want to be like go on with the thing. You are not leaving it just because you are terrified. You are enjoying the thing. So graphics make it more visually attracting, and it is a like whole experience. The full entertainment is there. Now we see with the cultural lens, it reflects the fear of societal collapse, pandemics. It explored breakdowns of institutions and human morality. We are having that element of fear in our day to day life, but we hardly express it. But when we go through such works, we just feel it again, and that emotion is released. And what is the significance of this work, The Walking Dead? It's the name is like the title of the work is just giving you goosebumps. What is the significance of this in popular literature? It elevates graphic novels as serious yet accessible literature. So there is a blending of seriousness and accessibility. It is like not it is easy for you to understand or easy to grasp. It is not serious. It is a beautiful blending. It is the mastery of the writers that they incorporate all the things in it and make it a purposeful, enjoyable experience for the readers. Now, what it focuses on? It focuses on human nature over horror elements, how we respond to a particular situation when we are like surrounded by walking dead people, zombies. It is like an experience that we just cannot escape through. What are the major influences on modern literature? Modern popular literature, now we are having an time era when the horror movies are again into the occupying the audience attraction, and we are the filmmakers are going towards horror movies again and again. They are picking the mythological characters or the uh, elements from the folklore. They are picking up the things for the wizards, witches, and so many other uh, things, and they are just blending all these things into a full enjoyment and purposeful experience for the audiences. And all like now moving forward, and I will try to put this in the global context, how it is popular literature is placed in global context. The major writers are like Agatha Christie, Stephen King, J.K. Rowling, for of course. They are these like authors. May when we there are so many authors that we can consider for this, but I can go with two or three only. So these are the best examples that we should discuss for placing popular literature in global context. The global circulation is there through translation and media adaptation. Agatha Christie is a big name, of course. J.K. Rowling, I have discussed earlier. When I was picking this topic, like popular fiction, and I was about to, in a process of how I am going to deliver this content, the first name came to my mind is like J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series. Without this, I cannot move forward because this is the best example, which is globally acclaimed and received well by the readers, and it is picked by media. It is picked by like filmmakers, and it makes a totally. It is like legendary masterpiece by J.K. Rowling, and it is widely accepted. It is globally known, and to situate popular fiction in a global context means understanding how widely stories are read. Like it is like stories travel. They have their own journey. They are not strictly for a place. When people or human or readers enjoy it, there are possibilities that it will be well received by the other parts of the world. Other parts of the world, it will be like enjoyable for the readers of other countries as well. Like Harry Potter is the example. Mm, anyone cannot ignore it. Novels are there, films based on novels are there, comics are there, series. All these are shaped by cultural, economical, and political forces across the world. So instead of viewing popular fiction as just entertainment, this approach treats it as a part of global exchange of ideas, identities, and powers. So childhood is like a experience for everyone. So in which part of world you are living, or what are your ideologies, what are your religious priorities, or how you lead your life. But childhood gives you a experience that is equally shared, or like it is not different for a kid in India and in America. Maybe it's something changed, but the basic thing will be the same. The desire, the curiosity, the fun element will be there. So this is the thing that makes it successful, and it is like well received by the readers in one part of the world, and it is same in another part of world. So let us move. So global circulation of stories. So I have discussed this, that like key. What makes it global? Popular fiction travels across borders through translations. Harry Potter is a series which is well translated, which is fit for the media adaptation. And with the technological growth and how the filmmakers are using AI and other technologies, special effects, we are seeing a vast change in the storytelling. Basically, the base of all these things is stories, how stories are taken, how they are told, and with this multimedia approach, how they are a big, enjoyable event for the reader or the audience. Digital platforms giving it a totally new space to cover. For example, I'm just talking about coming again and again to Harry Potter series only. So Harry Potter series is a global phenomena, read in dozens of languages and adapted into films, watched worldwide. Japanese manga or Naruto gain massive audience far beyond Japan. So we are having this idea that how the stories travel. There is no border that can keep it to a cage. So this shows how stories are no longer confined in one culture; they circulate globally and gain new meanings in different places. So let us see. Popular fiction is just not just entertainment; it reflects global culture, power, and exchange. So how we are communicating with the rest of the world, how the culture is like we everyone there is a common phrase nowadays, okay, the world became a global village. And when it comes to popular fiction or the other forms of entertainment, we see how Korean movies are enjoyed by the Indian girls, how they are motivated to learn Korean languages, and like how they are receiving it, how it shapes their experience of entertainment. And other examples are also there. So global circulation of stories is there. And Harry Potter is again the best example. Cultural exchange is there. Mix of local plus global element creates hybrid storytelling. Market influence is there. When the thing is um, appropriate for the best selling, it is received by the audiences, like it is like people are more attracted towards it. Market influence makes it like global companies like Netflix shape what becomes popular. So media is there, and then the business is there. Representation. Fiction reflects and shapes identity, culture and diversity, like Panther is example. Power and ideology. Stories explore inequality, politics, and social issues. And whatever part of world we are living in. So the basic problems of humanity is there. Social issues are there. Inequality exists. We say we are developed nations, we are more evolved, we are educated, but inequality still exists. Politics has its role in our life, and it creates anxiety. Social issues are there, which are not solving yet. And we are, as the technology is advancing, as the business is exploring, as we are communicating more, we are using technology more. So we are having more issues. Instead, like we are growing, we are developing, we are educating ourselves, opening to new things, but still there is something that needs to be solved. And digital impact is there. Platforms like Wattpad enable global audience and creators now. We are not limited to pen, paper, or a physical book. Now, readers are using Kindle apps, they are using other apps for reading. There are so many things that you show your creativity. Blogs are there. So, you just are not supposed to set a stage. You don't have to come out from your home and start a journey. You can sit silently at your desk with your laptop, with your mobile, and just start connecting with the rest of the world. Express whatever you know, whatever you want to say. Create stories, write poems, and nothing is like there is no limitation of creativity. Using this digital platforms, everyone can connect with the rest of the world very easily within seconds. We cannot imagine the like reach to the people staying far from ourselves. Let us see. Now I have discussed the global context of popular literature, how we can miss Indian popular fiction. So we are also under this storm of popular fiction. As entertainment as the purpose, we just enjoy life. As Indians, we are just aware of the joy of living. We are having nine rasas. So how can we just skip something? And there is not only meaning in life, there is not like higher purpose of life, but we just want to enjoy life. We Indians know how to live, and so entertainment makes it necessary. There must be an element of surprise, of wonder, of romance, and of adventure must be there. So, how this is shaped in Indian context? So, major writers of that, as we cannot talk about popular literature or fantasy without the example of Harry Potter. In the same way, we cannot skip Chetan Bhagat when we talk about Indian popular fiction. We must take, or consciously or unconsciously, we know Chetan Bhagat is there and making the stage for popular fiction. He has the honor to uh, create a new genre, campus novels. Durjay Dutt is another famous name amongst the youngsters. Uh, he is the most celebrated writer also next to Chetan Bhagat. Amish Tripathi we know, and the Ruskin Bond as a name uh, we know already in popular fiction. Ruskin Bond is well known for the stories created for children only. So the themes we deal or we see in Indian popular fiction are youth culture, mythology, and contemporary society. So youth culture, as Chetan Bhagat has explored it very well in his campus novels. Mythology, we see Amish Tripathi. Contemporary society and how it interacts with the rest of the world. What are the aspirations of youth? How they deal, how they receive their mythology, how they are curious. It is not like that key we are leaving anything behind, but all the time periods are moving forward with us. And because of this technological advances uh, in today's world, we are able to portray and blend mythology, and we there is no limit. uh, few years back or 2 3 decades back, it was not possible to create such wonder in mythological stories. There was like some artificiality, but with the advent of AI and other things, we see mythology, we see our stories with its complete uh, form, and it gives a different experience to the readers. And base is the writers base. In base there are writers like Amish Tripathi, which are exploring the mythology in new sense, and it is like catering the demand of the young audiences, young readers. So main idea of Indian popular fiction is like it blends entertainment with societal realities and cultural traditions. Let us move in this more. What is there in Indian popular fiction? Mass appeal and accessibility. The language is simple, relatable themes are there, wide readership because the it suits their senses. The reader want to uh, learn about uh, the reader want to learn about their things, what matters to them most. They don't want to uh, go away from that. So Chetan Bhagat's novel is the best example in this. Social themes like Five Point Someone is a novel by Chetan Bhagat which deals with youth, love, class, family, and career struggles. So this is a beautiful blending in this work. Then seen to regional diversity. In Indian context, we see there are diverse stories. The languages are so many. So stories in simple language reflect local culture. Bollywood influence is there, a strong link between fiction and cinema adaptation. So all the works that are coming or the created or composed by the authors like Chetan Bhagat are well received by the Bollywood filmmakers. Every day, Bollywood is moving towards the adaptations of the literary works or the popular culture works. So the Shiva trilogy is the best example for mythological retelling. It takes it makes the modern epics available to the youth, and there is a notable shift in popular literature. Like we were talking about global context, and I'm now talking about Indian popular fiction. So there are two names which must be taken consideration into. This change shows the shift like Rupi Kaur is InstaPoet. As I've told you, the modern digital platforms are giving a different stage to express the. It is a platform used by youth to express themselves. Not only by youth, but all age groups are there. So Rupi Kaur is a big name, and like it is a new trend in popular literature, and we can say it adds another genre, Instagram literature. So it represents the Instagram literature. So it is not only a place to like just post some reels or some photographs or anything, but it is a medium for youth to express themselves, to share their stories, to share scholarly or literary discussion for the people. And another name is Prajakta Koli, which is a very popular name. In every young girl or a boy is well aware of Prajakta Koli, and she is a popular Indian content creator. Like she's known as mostly sane. She's an actor, YouTuber, and now an author. She represents modern Indian youth on global platforms. So these are the shifts we see in Indian popular literature and fiction. We see that how the things are shifting. It's not restricted. Now we have digital humanities. It is not about when we talk about a literary work or a popular fiction work, we are not restricted to the physical printed book. We are having digital copies, digital literature, digital humanities is there are there. So we are just like creating new worlds in terms of creativity, in terms of expression, in terms of the reach towards audiences or readers. Now want to conclude here to show that how popular literature is taking center. It was considered as lowbrow. It was considered as inferior from what we call literature. So it was like a thing that was untouchable in the academia. Popular literature is now studied in university. Academicians are well receiving it, and we in Department of English have introduced this paper, popular literature, for study of students. Like otherwise, it was not a paper that was included. We generally have the British authors, American literature, Commonwealth literature, and other type of literature. This is a phenomena that is taking place, and universities are taking popular fiction, popular genres in consideration, and they are including it in the syllabuses. So, syllabi. Popular literature, once dismissed as trivial or confined to cultural margins, now it is moving towards the center of literary and academic recognition. This shift reflects changing attitudes about what constitute meaningful storytelling, as genres like romance, science fiction, fantasy, and crime fiction have gained widespread readership and critical attention. So it gives us an important understanding for mass culture and media. The rise of mass media, digital publishing, and global connectivity has amplified the reach of such works, allowing them to influence mainstream culture and shape public imagination. Moreover, scholars now acknowledge that popular literature often engages deeply with social realities, addressing issues like identity, power, class, and technology in accessible ways. As a result, the boundary between high and low literature has blurred, positioning popular literature not as inferior but as a vital and dynamic part of literary landscape. So, I hope I have done my job well, and thank you for patiently listening to me, joining this platform, joining this webinar.